Morning. Welcome to the first LAFUSION. This is a Latin American workshop on information fusion. It's an honor to receive you all here. My name is Claudio Miceli Farias from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro and Professor Paulo Costa from the George Mason University. And this is the first edition of the workshop, so welcome to you all that are here on this auditorium and you that are remote. And some small problems, but don't worry. Some other small problems. Okay. So, welcome. This workshop is sponsored and supported by ISIF, International Society of Information Fusion. I'll give some more details about it. And also supported by the GRAIN Laboratory. Can pass, please. GRAIN is a new initiative that joins the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, the State University of São Paulo, and the Federal Fluminense University. It's Green AI for a New World. It's an initiative of several labs inside those three universities to tackle climate change in a way and using artificial intelligence and IoT to try to tackle those things. Não está transmitindo. So, also is supported by the C4I and Cyber Center for the George Mason University and the Computer Engineering Program from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro is also hosting this event. So we'd like to thank you, both universities, both programs, both centers for the support and all of you here and the others. So, why LAFUSION? Why have we done it? So actually LAFUSION is a very crazy event, like everything I like to do, something that is very experimental, something that we have never tried before. For the first time ever, the International Society of Information Fusion decided to have a conference on Latin America. In 2025, the Fusion Conference is a conference held for more than 30 years and will be on South America, will be in Brazil. But we do not have the tradition to have in the conference Latin American researchers, so how to create a community. So this conference is about creating communities. So in July 2023, the committee asked me and Paul, can you create a workshop? I said, of course, 2024 is a great year to create workshops. No. How about this year? I said, how about no? And they said, no, it will be very cool. We have like support, it will be great. And I said, and that was great. So it's that's why LAFUSION is in this year. So we are hosting for this people. We receive papers from all around the globe. We receive papers from Lithuania, from Pakistan, from India, but we receive a lot of papers from South Latin America. So this is great. We are trying to create now a community of researchers of information fusion in Latin America. And what is information fusion? Is to deal about uncertainties, how to reduce uncertainties on data. So there are a lot of great researchers doing a very hard work in Latin America. A lot of people doing great jobs, several great conferences and journals. And sometimes we know that those researchers doesn't have the resources to be on great conference or journals. It's expensive to us. And to start a community without any knowledge of the field, of the reviewers, and how to do this, is very, very complicated. It's very exhausting. So this is not a strategy to bring those great researchers, this great group of people together without cost. So what is our strategy? We do not want to repeat the same one. So this is me and Paulo in 2014. We were at Fusion, surrounded by journalists in a room, seeing the game. Not nice. Which was my first Fusion actually in 2014, and we were there. So people were screaming about Germany at that, and there was like, why Brazil? That's not so good. So how can we change this? How can we bring more Argentinian people? How can I bring more Colombian people? How can I bring more Peruvian people, Chilean people, Uruguayans, and so many others and to discover Mexican people. If you're from Mexico and seeing us right now, please join us. If you're from Central America, Hondurans and others, please join us. So how can we change that? So how can we reduce this risk, reduce this cost? So we decided to make an event that was open to form a community, to join a group of people that will be able to discuss these matters and discuss problems that are only from Latin America. We have a lot of problems and issues that are only ours. We have questions, we have matters that are only ours, and there's not discussed in the big conference because we are not there. So how can we be there? So our strategy to form this group is quite simple, to be open. I believe this is the first workshop or conference that I've been working on that is totally free. We decided to have no fee on the workshop. We use the resources from the ISIF that I will speak a little bit more later, and resources from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro and some projects of both GRAIN and ISIF to make it free, to make it open, and to make it public and available to everyone. So if you are a researcher and you do not have money to publish, you can be here. If you are a researcher and do not have money to come, you can still be here. That's why we decided to be a hybrid conference with everything that has around it, all the challenges, all the logistics, and everything on it. So we decided to be open, we decided to be free, we decided to, and nevertheless, even being open and free, to have those procedures on IEEE because we understand the valuation that it brings to those papers and the knowledge that it brings. We understand the reach is better if you go with IEEE. So we have the support of the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro that I have to thank in the form of the PESC coordinator, Professor come here for pictures. Applaud people. So, in the form of being chair of this workshop, I would like to thank you, the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, for hosting us right now. And it's important to note that the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro never have what? Me? Never have charged us anything. Everything was supported by the University of Rio de Janeiro. Since the beginning, the program has all the support necessary to do this. Several of the members of the committee, there was, and the form also of the dean, the Professor Roberto Pedronho. I'd like to thank the Federal University for this. And I'd like also to thank COPPE, the institute that is holding us here, that brings us this beautiful auditorium and all the support in the form of the academic director, Professor Jean David. I'd like to thank COPPE for this too. So, and what is LAFUSION? LAFUSION is the first year workshop. We had 42 submissions, what's actually good. But we have less than 50% of the papers were accepted, and we're not. Those acceptances were not because we didn't think the other papers were good, but just because we didn't have time. We tried to squeeze as much papers as possible in one day of conference, and it was a challenge. So we have more than 10 countries submitting. As I said, I had papers accepted from Lithuania. I had papers accepted from Chile, from Argentina, from Peru, from Colombia, from Pakistan. I had papers submitted by Indian people, Chinese people, Japanese people, so this was great. But 90% of the papers accepted were from Latin America. My only issue that just 70% came from Brazil. So of course, I understand that held in the UFRJ, there's a big center that close to several big universities, but I wish to receive more people from it. So I want people from Argentina, from Chile, from Colombia, from Peru, all those countries to join us next year. And one big news to start, we have already received a green sign to host another LAFUSION workshop in 2024. So this, even before the start, we have a very successful event, and we have to thank for you all for this first mission to support. We understand that everything was really fast, blazing fast, but everything was okay. So like also to thank Paulo. Paulo was the main mind behind it all. Was decided to be last year. Claudio should host a conference in Brazil. We have been doing a few for the last 20 years, and then we should host a conference in Brazil. So thank you, Paulo, for this opportunity. Thank you all. Also, like to note, our keynote speaker is José Brancalhão, José Brancalhão from PREP, a researcher, and this is joint with PESC-COPPE-UFRJ is an event that annual event that brings researchers for to give speeches to PESC students. This year's topic is innovation. So we're trying to bring different aspects of innovation. LAFUSION is one form of innovation. So thank you. I will pass the speech to Paul.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, I'd have to say that I used to. So now I can't move. Did it work? Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Claudio. Good morning, everyone. My name is Paulo Costa. Good morning for everyone online. Where should I go here, right? So thank you for coming here. Thank you for connecting. My name is Paulo Costa. I am with George Mason University, that is in Fairfax, Virginia, United States. I've been there for a number of years. I'm originally from Rio, I was born here, and I've been there as a faculty for, my connection with Mason predates because I was a student there as well. But anyways, the topic today really that I want to bring to you is talk a little bit about the International Society for Information Fusion. It is basically what we read there, right? I will not read, but basically we've started in 1998 as with the objective of holding a series of information fusion conference, and it grew. I mean, the society became very popular, and today is a very well-established community and society there. I would suggest that you go to isif.org at some point and see all that we have to offer. So today I just want to give an overview. So what is ISIF basically today? I mentioned already that we as a non-profit organization formed in 1998. The initial idea was just to be a temporary thing to support Fusion 1999. That was the first information fusion conference in 98. That's when people got together and said, well, we have to form a society so we can do more fusions. And that's how ISIF was formed. I think if I want to emphasize one specific aspect of the society, I would say it's the second bullet there. It's a vibrant community and also very collegial. Claudio used the analogy of the football 7-1 for Germany, which for us Brazilians is terrible. But I want to mention that in the beginning, there was a lot of my friends from Germany. They were like rooting for Germany, of course, and I was rooting for Brazil. Everything was fine. Then when it started, they changed it from rooting for to pity of Paulo. At some point, after they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So anyway, the point here is that we're friends there, and it's great. But we do miss more of people from Latin America there. Just a few people who go there usually. So we have Brancalhão, we have Claudio, myself, and just a few among many others from other countries. And we do miss a greater participation because, well, we know what us in Latin America, not only Brazil, are capable for. And when we see that lack of participation in an important society, that's what we want to change. So, I mean, you can read this, but basically these are the main aspects of the society. So 25 years, we recently made that anniversary. We have a journal, JF, which is freely available and also free to publish. That's an important thing, especially for us in academia, where the prices for publications are very high. Well, we as society members, we don't pay to publish them. There's also the ISIF perspectives, which is this. Those of you who are here received a copy, probably you received two. So I would emphasize this first one because actually this is the last one, the last edition. What is important is that if you see the back, it is our first communication, official communication of Fusion 2025, which is going to happen here in Rio, July, I believe, 7 to 10 in the Autumn Palace in Copacabana. It will be a very nice event, and I really wish that everybody who's here goes there too, and many more. So ISIF also supported multiple events linked to information fusion. This is one of them. We received a small amount of support that allowed us to do one thing that Claudio will present at the end. It's very nice. In others, other workshops, many of them. I myself have students going to tutorials, to events in international countries supported by ISIF. So I think it's an important aspect in academic life as well. And finally, a number of working groups. Today we have two. The Tour WG, which is evaluation of techniques for assistant reasoning, with a working group that started in 2012 and it still meets today every couple of weeks and discuss techniques of information fusion. We also have the Stone Soup group, which basically makes software available. All these are in the web page. I don't want to talk too much, but my point here is we have a lot of resources for those of you who do research in information fusion, and ISIF is with respect to that. ISIF is a non-profit organization. This is the structure. I don't want to spend too much time here, but the point I want to make here is that it's very structured, and there's monthly meetings with these people. We have elected board members that stays 3 years in the society, and it's always a very dynamic. And one of the reasons we are here is because we got the approval from the board. I would like to emphasize here where the fusion conferences happen, and I really want to project this to show you the importance that we have here, because we can see the concentration is mostly in the US and Europe. We had a few in Asia, 2017 in China, 12 in Singapore, and also in Australia. We had two. We had the first one in Africa. It was 2000. In fact, it was 2020. It's in the middle of Atlantic because COVID, right? It was virtual, so it was supposed to be in South Africa, and we had to change to a virtual setup. But the next year, we were able to manage having the same spot, the same location. It was a very nice conference. And of course, we had the last one was in Charleston this year, in July. Next year is going to be in Italy, in Venice, and 2025 Rio. 2026 will be in Trondheim in Norway. So we usually know, as you can see, with some advance where it's going to be, because we want to prepare. We know it's not easy to make long trips, so that requires a lot of planning. And the board usually tries its best to make sure that we have these well-planned events. And that's my last slide. It's basically about membership. So how it works. In my personal, I just attend Fusion conference because it's included in the price of the admission. If you're attending Fusion, you have to. It's not expensive anyways. It's $30 regular and $15 student. But most of our members just go to the Fusion conferences and they have this for free. Not technically for free. They don't feel in that part. So here are some of the advantages that you have by joining ISIF. You can participate in the election of the board. That's not exciting. Well, something, you can apply for sponsorship of events, such as this one. And I would say, I really emphasize this because one of the goals that we have in putting all the effort to organize a large conference here in Rio de Janeiro is to form a community, as Claudio was saying. I can't overemphasize this. It's really important that we have participation from Latin America. And one of the tools we have is these are small workshops that create the community. So one of the benefits that we are leveraging here is the ability to organize these events. The board is very supportive. They're looking for increasing participation from this region of the globe. Host announcements to website, access to the conference proceedings, and so on. So we have time. Okay, so I just want to stop death by talk and go to back. If I manage to get sorry, not the window. Now it's okay. So this is I can do from here. This is the ISIF website. I mean, it's not anything super exciting, but the reason I'm trying to show it here is because we have a lot of resources that you can use right now, even not being a member. So those of you here got a hard copy of Perspectives, the last one. But if you want all the others, you go to publications and see ISIF Perspectives, and you have them downloadable in PDFs, including this one. We also have all the ISIF journals. If you click here, you click here, and you have all the articles in the footprint of the journal. So that's also available to you. Then you have the working groups. The ones that I mentioned here are available. You can click it, go there. The conference, you have past conferences, future conferences. We also have a 5K for those of you who like to run. It's a tradition. Every year we do a 5K. Even someone not as fast like me goes. It's more of a social event than a serious running. Although people, there's prizes. So people, younger people do it very well. I just go there to have fun. But anyways, it's as I mentioned, it's a religious society. And I just invite you, if you have an opportunity, to just go to website and see what is available to you. With that, I'm open to questions if you have anything to ask regarding ISIF or the participation that we have or this workshop. We are open now. Yes.
Thank you. Just some more small details. We know that there will be 20 papers today. So we have like 10 minutes presentations. We'll do all the 10 minutes presentations before, and we'll ask all the questions later at the end of the session. This is a reason for us to try to have some more time for you to present if something goes wrong. And that's the reason why we are asking to place the presentations before. For those that will present remotely, we have some small indications of that. So please join the StreamYard link that we have sent through this chair to you 15 minutes before the beginning of your session, not the beginning of your presentation. There can be a no-show or something, and you have to adjust something. The first adjustment on the schedule that we have to do is to change the keynote. The keynote was scheduled for midday. The keynote will be like 11 o'clock, Dr. Bernal, and then we change 11 o'clock 7 to midday. Our lunch is 1 o'clock. Why? To ease on people that is watching the conference on site to not online in the restaurants nearby. So at 1 o'clock you have no line, so it's better for you, and a little bit more. Some places cheaper, so it's better for you. There is some snacks, so be on the tables at your side. The coffee is also free, so great. You have free food, free coffee, free conference, free everything. So only the lunch is not free, but this is, well, we can't really it all. So it's, I hope you have a great day. So if you have any questions, any further comments, I would like also to make some marketing. The PESC is open to receive students up to January 15th. So if you want to join the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro as a student, PESC is open for registration. So you can go to www.cos.ufrj.br to see the procedures for registering, and we'll be glad to receive you here. So we are open to international students too. We are open to international students, so please come. We'll find out. I will see you all. So thank you once again. Thank you, Paulo. I would like also to thank Carlos Eduardo, that is the guy who did the arts for the banner, for the magazine and everything. He did it also for free. So thank you very much. So, and thank you to the authors. We have a conference. We're expecting like something around 20-25 submissions. We received it done. So thank you a lot. Thank you for the professors that took their time to come here to publish, to speak, the students that wrote papers that are willing to present. And I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day and enjoy, and welcome to the First Future. And we are on time. So we have a 10-minute break for you to take some coffee. If someone didn't receive the kits that we have prepared for you, just let me know for us to distribute those kits. Unfortunately, for those that are remote, we can't ship the kits. Or well, it's like a kindness for those who came. So hope you enjoy. And there are stickers. I hope you enjoy the stickers too.